All right, so then I asked, what about the shape of our IQ data, which, as you can see from this picture, it's skewed left, or from this picture, it's skewed left, right? So it is correct, I should say. So it's skewed left. So if it's skewed left, would it be best to report the mean or the median? And the answer is the median. Median, because it is resistant to the skewness. Skewedness? Skewness? Skewness. How about skewed leftedness? I'll just say skewness. There we go. What about standard deviation or IQR? IQR, because it is resistant to the skewness. It's a word. I just made it up. All right. All right, so let's check our understanding here. Let's read a really complicated box and whisker plot. So what's useful for us is not really box and whisker plots on their own. I mean, they're useful and all that, but what also is really intriguing to us is looking at multiple box plots all together on the same axis. So this is the percentage of high school seniors who participate in taking the SAT from state to state. So, for example, 10% of high school seniors in Alabama take the SAT, and that state is in the ESC region. It's right down here. So Alabama's right there in the 10 mark. Okay, and there are all the different regions for the U.S. Census. So there's the East, North, Central, East, South, Central, Mid-Atlantic, Mountain region, New England region, Pacific, South Atlantic, West, North, Central, and West, South, Central. And those are all the regions, and they have different numbers of states in them, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 regions. There's 50 states, so you figure it's roughly 5 to 6 states per region. You know, just guessing. Okay, so which region has an outlier? Well, that would be this region right here, the SA region. So SA, which is South Atlantic, I think. South Atlantic. What is the value of that little outlier? So it looks like it's about 20. All right, what does that imply for that region? Most states in the region, let's look at that, are between, looks like 80% and 65%, 60% are between 60% and 80% participation. So meaning these South Atlantic states, you know, you go to, I don't know, Georgia or whatever, and it's somewhere between 60 and 80, that kind of thing. Except for one state, which only has about 20% of high school seniors taking the SATs. All right. Now, which region has the largest range, right? The greatest distance between high and low. Well, that's going to be a little tricky. So we could take this one that has the outlier. That's 80 minus 20. That's pretty big. So let me write this out for myself. All right, so SA, it looks like it's about 80 take away 20, which is about a range of 60. ENC looks pretty large. Let's see what that means. ENC looks like it goes to a high of about 66 or so and a low of about 6. So 66 take away 6, which is about 60. So those two together look like they're about the same. ESC is small, MA is small, Mountain is not that as big as those other two, right? What about this one? That's not as big either. That's like 55 to 5. So WSC is 55 take away 5, which is about 50. So it looks like SA and ENC, those two together, they're both about 60 for range. I don't know exactly which one. I could actually go figure it out. But if you had a ruler, you could sit there and try to measure more precisely, but it's close enough, right? Those two are about the same at 60% difference between their highest and their lowest. All right, I'll see you back here for more interpretation.